Simplified Chaos, episode 191.
Life is beautiful and full of chaos.
And it can get slightly out of hand if that shit's not tamed.
We're here to share how to simplify the little things to help you lead a more intentional life.
This is Simplified Chaos.
Hey everybody, welcome to Simplified Chaos. This is Jillian and I'm with Nicholas.
That's me.
You know, that co-host of mine.
Yeah. What's going on, folks? We hope you all are having an amazing week. We've got another great episode here for you today. We're going to continue our evolution or evolving series. Hey, Jilly, what are we diving into?
We diving into mindset.
Yeah. We feel like our mindset has evolved over the last few years. We'll talk about the episodes that we're going to reference and kind of reflect on here. We'll get into that in just a moment. But as always, as part of our mindset ritual, we love to show a little gratitude before we start our episodes here.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I know, right?
You tied it all together.
All together. The episode's over, folks. That's it. So, Jilly, gratitude. What are you grateful for this week?
Oh man, this is a fun one. I'm grateful for Ted Lasso.
Oh, goodness. We jumped into that rabbit hole last night.
Oh my gosh, it was like a really refreshing cup of coffee at the end of your night. Not that I drink coffee at night. I was like trying to think what I drink at night. It's just water.
Yeah.
Refreshing glass of water at the end of my day.
With salt.
With salt, yes. My dear friend Chelsea, who has Apple TV, as we do not, kept telling me about Ted Lasso because I told her, you know, I usually read at night, but kind of taking a break from reading, and it's always nice once in a while we haven't really watched a show together in quite a while. And it's always
just a mini series, Jack Ryan.
Oh yeah.
But that lasted like literally 3 nights because it was 8 episodes.
Yeah. So it's been kind of nice and we just sit in bed and watch it on Nick's phone or my phone because we don't have a TV in our bedroom, but it's nice every once in a while to do that. And my friend Chelsea just kept telling me, like, you're going to love Ted Lasso. It's like super quirky, positive, really light, because Lord knows I cannot watch anything that's going to get my heart racing. Like watching Jack Ryan before bed was not a good idea. I remember we had to switch what time we watched it and try to figure it out because I'm just like, I can't sleep after watching this.
Yeah.
But yeah, Ted Lasso, we watched 3 episodes and they're like, what? We watched 4? Yeah. Because Lucille's been going to bed on point.
But early.
Yeah, it's been amazing. And, man, I just love Jason Sudeikis. I don't know if I'm saying his last name right. Sudeikis? Jesus, see, that's what I'm saying. Sudeikis, you see what I'm saying? Anyway, he is just phenomenal. Just want to hang around those kind of people all the time.
I mean, it's a perfect segue into this just because he's a mindset kind of person and his mindset is super positive. No matter what's going on, how good or bad things are, like he's just in that positive mindset.
Yeah.
And it's just it's infectious.
It is. It's like the disease you want for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm super grateful for Chelsea giving us her password and goods so we can enjoy that show before bed. It's been, I was laughing out loud so much last night, and it's been a while since I found a show that I'm just like cackling a lot, and
that's true.
It feels good. It feels good to laugh that much.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
I am grateful for long-lasting traditions with my good friends from back in Maryland. We have, and I'm sure I do this every year for gratitude when we have this weekend, but it's really nice because it kind of came full circle. So my friends and I do this NFL pick'em kind of thing where we pick every record for each NFL team at the beginning of the season, and whoever doesn't deviate the furthest usually ends up winning. The person who deviates the farthest ends up buying, everybody a round of shots when we go out. But we've been doing Maryland basketball games for a long time, and then with the pandemic, we had to shift the venue. So we've done traveling to a couple of cities to go watch baseball. I think we went to Pittsburgh last year, and unfortunately had to miss that because of the COVID. It hit us at that time. And then the year before we went to Philadelphia to watch a game. So it was nice kind of coming back full circle to do a Maryland basketball game over the weekend because it gave us a chance to look back. The last time we did a Maryland basketball game was February 29th, 2020, literally 2.5 weeks before the world shut down. So it was just one of those kind of moments where it's like, hey, we're back here doing this kind of thing. But more importantly, like just seeing everybody and this is a group of friends where we pick up like we've never left off, and just amazing conversations, and it was just a really awesome day and an awesome weekend. So I'm glad we get to do these things, and I'm looking forward to do these things for many years to come with these guys.
Yeah, I look forward to you leaving.
I know. Leave more often, Nick.
Then Lucille and I can have sleepovers in bed.
Yeah.
And we had a little movie night and dragged that giant ass TV out of the closet right in the corner of our room, and we watched Slumberland together, and it was magical.
And then you slumbered.
And then we slumbered.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm so glad you had a good time, and that you guys, you make it work. Like, you just kind of evolve based on what the status of the world is, and just make it work and do the thing. And I completely forgot that we got COVID during that time you were supposed to leave.
Yeah, I missed the last one.
Shiza.
I know. But hey, it's all about mindset and stuff like that, and that's what we're going to be talking about here today.
Mindset's so lame, guys.
It's so lame, and it's so important. It's not lame at all. I actually really love it.
I know.
Yeah, and I love working on it.
I do too, and that's something that when I was reflecting on just seeing how it evolved, I don't know if I even talked about it that much on the previous episodes, but I think I'm realizing like the amount of work that you have to do. It's a lot of work, but it just becomes easier the more you do it, and it's definitely a practice that I dedicate time and space for every single day, just like I dedicate time for the nourishing foods that go in my body. I think the foods that go in my mind, whatever I'm consuming.
Thoughts?
Yeah, I like my mind
The
food mind.
Fair enough.
I think all those nourishing things that are going in my mind are equally as important as what I'm putting in my body physically. So, thoughts are your life, and I'm excited to just share where we were and where we are now.
Well, before you excrete all that stuff out of your mind to our folks.
Excrete. Sorry.
I know, I was going for a word that I was going to get that reaction. Before that, let's talk a little bit about some of the past episodes that we've done. We've had 3 that we really kind of looked back on and said, hey, these are the ones that we wanted to kind of reflect on. Episode 14, so really early in the vault, was Simplifying Your Mindset. That was on April 1st, 2019. Then we took some time off of some mindset stuff. It was probably sprinkled in a few of those episodes. But episode 47 was Cultivating a Taurus Mindset, where we were talking about really how we treated the area that we lived in like we were a Taurus. So that way we can try to find some hidden gems in the area and really just discover it. And some of the other key takeaways from that were just really discovering things that just aren't in the area. It was just a really cool episode that we did there.
It was basically seeing
your
through space with fresh
a new
eyes.
lens. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
just having fresh eyes with your area and being open to conversation and I remember hearing just having vacation vibes, but in your own neighborhood. Because when you're on vacation, you actually take the time to listen to people's stories, connect when you're at restaurants, ask them questions, and you just feel, the vibes are just so much better. You just feel more at ease. So that was a really fun episode.
Yeah. And then there was episode 48, which was the very next one, because I guess we were in a mindset stage there. We talked about mastering the museum mindset, which I thought was another great episode.
Shit, it helps you save a butt ton of money. If you look at stores like a museum, you can look at the beauty, enjoy the beauty, savor the experience, and not have to own it or buy it or bring it home. And I think I did a little repost the other day.
That was your Target/Marshalls episode.
Yeah, I was like, if you guys go to listen to this episode before you go to Target or Marshalls or Home Goods, any of the places where you feel like you just want to consume. I learned the hard way. I used to consume and bring all those things home, and then most of those things went to Goodwill because I was like, I don't know why I even bought this. Oh, that's right, because I was bored or I was coping with something. or I was bored, or I thought it looked cute, and then I just thought I had to own every cute thing I saw when I went shopping. So it's just funny going back and listening to the way my certain habits, and then how changing your mindset just freaking changes
Yeah.
everything.
And how things have evolved
Indeed.
to where they are now. So yeah, we're kind of diving back 4 years ago, 4.5-ish or 3.5-ish years ago on our mindset journey. And we're going to talk a little bit today about how that has evolved. So Jilly, where do you want to start with that one?
Well, I have to say, all of the mindset shiz that we've talked about, we still cultivate. Gratitude, the whole tourist mindset, looking at things with fresh eyes.
Especially now that we're down here in Charlottesville and
I mean-
everything is fresh for us.
100%. But yeah, just paying attention more, being mindful of the area versus just rushing and go, go, go. Slowing down, being curious, having a growth mindset, being more of a beginner versus, always seeing the world as an expert. Like, I can't really learn anything because I know it all, just being, like I said, just being curious and asking questions to know more. So right now, this is a mindset that we haven't talked about. So this is where I feel like I've really evolved. Right now, I'm currently in a season of an abundance mindset. So letting go of fear and knowing that anything is possible, the sky is the limit, and finding a community to help cultivate that and keep that going. Because like I said, it's a practice. If it's not something that I'm, constantly working on, then I can get that scarcity mindset of I'm not enough. What we have isn't good enough. Or, so yeah, some of the things, like when I say abundance mindset, is just basically like, I have an unlimited, full, and satisfying life, to exude joy despite the situation, to give and receive affections with ease, to feel plentiful, creative, and inspired, to take full advantage of enjoying new opportunities that come, to create meaningful experiences, and just to feel confident in life. So, and I think what helps too is that we've been really working hard on being proactive versus reactive when it comes to this.
Oh, yeah.
And I think that's helped me gain more confidence and to be more empowered, is that we're educating ourselves more on topics so we don't feel like we're a victim or that woe is me. It's like we want to have the power and the confidence to make decisions that are best for us. And I think about that mostly in the health area right now,
Sure.
just educating ourselves on just health decisions. So that way, when we're going to a doctor or seeing somebody, a specialist, that we are coming with the questions and information to take our health into our own hands and not just ask, like, they're like, be on autopilot. Like, tell me what to do and I'll do it. I think we are way off the autopilot stream now, and we have been for quite some time, I think. So now I feel like we're really stepping into doing more things that are uncomfortable but are super exciting, letting go of fear and what other people think. And that's something that I'll probably always be working on. I think it's really hard sometimes, especially if it's like close family and friends. You want to please. Like, I have that little people pleaser, person inside of me that I don't want to step on any toes. I don't want to make people think that they're, look at me in a different way. But I mean, that's what evolving is all about. I have to step into that person that I want to be. And it's a braver and bolder version of me. And that's going to ruffle feathers. And I just have to know, like, that's cool.
Yeah, I want to dive into what we had to do as far as our mindset was concerned when it came to taking our health into our own hands, because we're going at this at a completely, what most people would say is an unconventional way. But the way I'm looking at it, it seems the most practical way when it really comes down to things. But it really took a lot of mindset work to get to the point to pull the trigger to do the things that we want to do. And just to kind of not get into the details, but let people know, is number one is we ditched health insurance completely. And that was probably the biggest mindset hurdle that I had to get over, is just knowing that we don't have what we consider the traditional sense of health insurance. So what we ended up doing is a group called Crowd Health, where it is, you basically, if you have a bill, you send it out to the community and the community, pays for it. So it's not guaranteed, which means it's not health insurance, but for the most part, the community is there for folks, and we've seen such generosity in the short time that we've been with this organization. So that was step number one, and step number two was finding a direct primary care provider, which we pay a monthly membership fee, if you want to say that, and we have access to her. We get physical labs and all that stuff done, but like, that was the stuff that we wanted to do, is and really just trying to educate ourselves enough so that we can ask questions and ask the right questions and understand who's going to be the best people to help us make the right decisions in our lives around our health journey. So that was just a tremendous mind shift or mindset exercise that we had to go through in order to get to the point we're at. And it's been worth it, every second of it so far.
And something else that this abundance mindset for me is really helping is, because we're doing a lot of things that are deemed unconventional and non-mainstream, is the fact that we are educating our daughter at home.
Yeah.
That is something that has become more popular. And I am grateful for that, because I do feel not as alone. There are so many support groups, co-ops, podcasts. Like, I think one of the greatest practices for me with my mindset when it comes to educating our daughter in a non-conventional way, in more of a natural learning way, is podcasts. Like, cherry picking specific podcasts that I can consume when I feel like I really need this right now because I'm doubting myself. So I think, mindset could be journaling, which is something that we do. It can be just writing down our goals and looking at them constantly, and gratitude practice. But also just consuming education through podcasts or through specific books related to whatever topic is like on our hearts and our minds, that we're like, all right, this is something we want to do. Let's build our brains up for it. It's like we want to build our minds, it's like we're strengthening that tool that I think is something that we really don't think of as like a muscle, and your brain's definitely not a muscle, but it's something that I feel like we have to strengthen in order to make big decisions in our life, where it can even be a really, really tiny decision that can lead to really big changes, which I feel like that has been the story of our life. All these micro changes, experiments that have led to these, now they seem big, but they seem, it's just more at ease and grand now that we're here, and it doesn't seem so scary now that we're here, but it did in the beginning. Like, all of the things we wanted to do in life, it's like, what are people going to say? This is not what most people do. Where are we going to find a community? So I think if you're at all in that stage where you want to try new things and you feel stuck or you don't feel supported, there are so many amazing resources at our fingertips to kind of help strengthen your mind in order to just take the step towards what you want.
Yeah, and if you want to hear some of the resources that we are listening to, our last episode is a perfect episode for that, where we recapped the different podcasts that we are consuming. So check out episode 190. There's also a major announcement in that episode. I don't know if you all heard, but there's only 9 episodes of Simplified Chaos left after today.
Which mindset work was needed just to do that change and to
Exactly.
make that announcement and to evolve into something new in a different direction. And I know most people probably can relate. When you make any kind of big shift or transition, you're always thinking like, what if I can't do this? Who am I to do this? Like imposter syndrome creeps in. So I think the abundance mindset work for me has also helped with just, I'm enough and I'm the expert at me, and just fucking do the thing and stop talking about it and simmering with it. If it's something that's on your heart or, really lights you up and it feels right for you, I think we should all pursue those things and do the brain work to get it started.
Yeah, I mean, since 2019, we've done a couple of things where we've taken some big leaps. Obviously, one of them is moving down to Charlottesville and just having the mindset that, hey, we're going to be 3 hours from family and friends and all that stuff. I mean, that took, a lot of work there. But yeah, it's like when it comes to this podcast, we have certain things that we want to do, and we have, something coming down the road here that, I think we really feel called to do that. So it's been we kind of, I don't want to say that we got on autopilot with this, but after a while, it's kind of like we kind of know what's expected with Simplified Chaos. We're We found it very easy to kind of pull this content together, but now we're going to be doing something where we're doing something a little bit different. New challenge for us. And so, yeah, we're putting a lot of mindset work into that right now. And I would say like the biggest thing that has evolved is just the amount of focus that I've been putting on mindset. You know, I've always had it there, but I feel like it's just to the next level now with all the different changes that we've been doing.
What helps you like prime your mind to just do the thing of what you want to do in life?
Well, I think, you know, there's really a couple of things that, you know, really help out. You know, number one, I think you and I do a great job of giving each other space so that we can focus on ourselves. And I think that's incredibly important for mindset, whether it's going to the sauna for 30 minutes and just sitting in there, you know, no music, no nothing, and just collecting thoughts about.
It's so good for that, right?
Isn't it crazy? Like,
I didn't think, I guess, because we had been doing saunas together when we did the infrared saunas, but now that we're going separate, I didn't think about that piece that I would be, you know, taking away from the sauna, not only as a health benefit, but also as just like sitting with your thoughts and like seeing what's simmering in there and what comes up. Yeah, that's been really
I've had some interesting thoughts about, you know, things at work or just, you know, things that we want to do, you know, here at home. So like that's just been amazing. So I mean, I think that's been like one of the biggest tools is us being able to communicate and let each other know when we need time in the day for space. That's and we've kind of got it, you know, down to a science at this point. You know, one of the things we've been very open about is just communicating with each other when we need time. So just that has really helped with mindset. But there's two other things that I think are, you know, very important. Well, maybe even three. We've done really well at eliminating mindless distractions, such as the television. You know, we did an experiment back in November where we were like, you know, we're going to do a month without TV. And lo and behold, we're here at the end of January as we're recording this on January 31st. And we still don't have a TV out in our house anywhere. Not in our bedroom, not in Lucille's room, not in our great room or whatever they call it.
It's hibernating.
It's hibernating in our closet. Yes, we pull it out for a movie night every now and then, but it's not there every day to distract. And so what are we doing when we're not watching TV? We're reading books. We're reading things to help, you know, improve ourselves, help strengthen our mindset. So that's, you know, one big thing there. And then there's two other things besides that. Cold showers has been just an incredible tool for putting on a positive mindset.
You psychopath, you.
Hey,
just
it works
kidding.
because
I know.
It's the first thing I do. I wake up and I get in a cold shower, and
it's the hardest thing I do all day.
That's right. You've heard this a million times, and so have our listeners. But I mean, that is just been an absolute game changer as far as like starting my day off right. And then we can't talk enough about the ink and volt planners that we use. It helps us set intentions. It helps us with our gratitude and being grateful what we have in life. You know, we're able to really just kind of reflect and set our goals. And, you know, when you really lay out your goals for an entire year or a month or even a week, it gets you in a certain mindset. And it really it gets you excited. Yeah. It gets you, you know, you want to work on yourself. You want to do what you need to do to improve your mindset and continue to practice a positive mindset. So like those things have just been incredible for evolving our mindset.
It's just opened us up to new, different, and weird things, you know? And I was gonna say, I feel like I really needed this practice with abundance, mostly just for content that I want to put out into the world when it comes to motherhood and life. And there's a lot of things like, what are people going to say? Like I did a post where I know my mom was not happy about it. It was just a post about like the rawness in motherhood and just how I'm stepping into this different version of myself where I'm just seeing the beauty in all the flaws and the gray. And I really want to share that because I think I think other moms may feel the same and they don't want to share it, or maybe they're too scared, or I just want to shine on light on like the beauty that is us and all the imperfections and the stuff that people don't want to talk about. It's just like, I don't know, people may view it as shameful, but I'm just really stepping into the beauty and all of the things that makes us us and sharing that. And this work has truly helped me kind of evolve what I want to put into the world in my creative aspects. And it makes me feel really good. And to share that and be vulnerable in a way that feels aligned to me in this season. So, and then also want to be a good role model for Lucille. I want her to see me stepping into a more confident version of myself and putting myself first and know how I want to be treated and, how I want to show up in the world. And I'm just like rambling on now. But anyway, yeah, just wanted to point that out.
Would you say that you're embracing your inner weirdness?
I would say so, Nick.
Okay.
Stepping fully
into the weirdness.
Into the weird.
I like it. Nah, I hear you on that. And I think, like you said, role modeling this stuff for Lucille and kind of going back and saying, yeah, put yourself first, put yourself out there, and you'll find your people. Like if you put your authentic self out there, you will attract the people who, maybe not think everything exactly the way you think, but, are just
open.
aligned and open and bring yourself up and makes you your best self. So, we're just going to continue to work on our mindset so that we can continue to put ourselves out there.
Totally.
Yeah. Anything else before we dive into resources today here, Jill?
No, I just
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
We covered it all.
I just hope whoever's listening, if they feel like this is something that, I don't know, a practice that they don't make time for. I think, Nick, what you said was just something so simple. It's just like, give yourself space, if you have a partner or spouse, like give them space. I think that's so huge. So I think that's like something really simple. I don't want to say the take action already, but to me, that's like this amazing take action thing that we all can do, is just to give ourselves space. And if that means removing distractions so we can work on that, that is a ton of micro experiments in itself. Because you think about life now, like all of the things that could get in the way from you working on your mind and growing and evolving into the person you want to be. Like that's a really heavy challenge, but it's such an enlightening and revelatory. I can't talk right now. Is that a word? Revelatory?
Revolutionary?
You sure? I sound drunk.
Oh my goodness.
I'm
no
drunk
cocktails.
off of great mindset juice.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I mean, obviously where we are today, like it wouldn't have happened without mindset work.
Exactly.
Don't take it for granted.
That's right.
Don't underestimate the power of it. All right, I'm done.
Give us some resources then, Jilly.
Okay. You're like, God, Jill, if you mess up on one word.
All right. The phone is beeped a couple times here.
I'm sorry. I forgot to put it on vibrate. Okay.
Yeah.
I found an awesome blog post that we'll have in the show notes, of course, titled How to Cultivate an Abundance Mindset. The scarcity mindset claims to be, quote unquote, the way things are, a true reflection of the constraints that exist in the world. But look a little deeper, and we find that scarcity is more often imposed than natural. It's a pervasive form of conditioning that trains us to see the world through a lens of insufficiency. We don't have to live this way. We can choose instead to view the world with an abundance mindset, the view that life is not a zero-sum game, that our every joy does not have to come from another's loss, that there is more than enough to go around. It's one thing to say this, though, and another to actually believe it. Unlearning a scarcity mindset doesn't happen overnight. I've been working for years at it, and I'm still working on it, because it's such an entrenched way of thinking in our society. Scarcity often sneaks into daily interactions. So I thought it might be helpful to share a few ways of cultivating an abundance mindset, simple mindset shifts, and practices that can help reframe your thinking. One of those is practice gratitude, which we do every damn day.
Yep.
Another one is give, even in small ways. The next one is pursue wealth, not status. And they give these amazing descriptions for each of these. I just don't want to share all of it, so you'll share.
Yeah, you got to read the blog post.
The next one is savor, something that I've really been working on these days, just simmering with it. Stop using scarcity as an excuse. That's a good one. Another one is say no abundantly, which I love.
I do love that one.
If you want more yeses, you got to say no to some things.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? But yeah, so those are some little shifts we can all do, and definitely click on this blog post and read more in the description for each of them. I think they're all so applicable to working on our brain.
Absolutely. All right. You got a quote of the day here, Jilly?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
The secret to having it all is believing you already do.
Ooh. That sounds like something from like The Secret.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't have the person who said it, but I just was like, yeah, that's sitting well with me right now.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. And the Take Action Challenge is Jilly.
Well, I kind of already said it. I mean, to me, it's just create space for yourself.
Yeah.
To make time for your brain, for that beautiful mind of yours. You know? Perk it up.
Perk that shit up. Awesome. All right, folks. Well, that is going to do it for today's episode. If you like this episode, please do us a favor and help us spread the message. You can do this by writing a review or simply by sharing this episode with a friend. And remember, sharing sparks a conversation, conversation leads to action, and action is how we're able to live a happy and intentional as hell lifestyle. We want to thank you all for listening today, and we will see you again next week. We're keeping this in, by the way.
Water's so good. See y'all later, guys.
I don't know why you took a sip of water right there.
I'm so sorry.